We're hoping to be joined by Brady Quinn shortly.
Hope so. I'd like to get his take on it.
Former Notre Dame quarterback. I want to bring up something really quickly, what I saw on the way down to the auto show yesterday. It put me on tilt. I didn't understand it. Can somebody explain it to me? I'm driving along the C&O Canal on whatever that is, at the Clara Barton Parkway. I don't even know what road that is.
All right.
I saw a dozen people skating on the C&O Canal. It was 37 degrees out.
Scary.
Now, it was cold the night before.
Scary.
It was like in the teens or maybe 20 degrees. Skating.
I wouldn't do that
up and down
bit.
the canal. Kids, hockey sticks, skates, like they were out at Verizon Center.
Really?
Well, clearly,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do that bit.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
It's not Minnesota here. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not. It's
Exactly.
not Canada.
By the way, I drove by and I said, "Dog, another dog, big dog. You're a dog. What are you doing? You're gonna kill yourself."
It's tempting fate.
Cakes, do we have a giveaway?
Completely. We're gonna do that tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to do it tomorrow.
Yes, believe so. So we don't
EB.
overtax Pete Medhurst, who's doing 100 jobs.
You know how we always tease you about the Pelican Brief and the firm
That's
that you
one of the
want
great
movies like that.
I like that kind of movie.
Wasn't a movie, but I never read books.
Yeah, very rarely.
But I was
Don't
in
give
Mexico.
me some book. I ain't reading
I
it.
was in Mexico last week, but I think you asked whatever happened to John Grisham.
Yeah.
Like John
You
Grisham
bought one of
movies.
his?
No, I didn't buy.
So-
I didn't buy anything. But I went to Cancun and stayed at the same place, which Drab stayed at. It was very
Which
nice.
spot in Cancun?
What's the name of it?
Because I've been there.
The Now Sapphire.
Did you get your
Not familiar.
iPad stolen, like Drab?
Had nothing stolen.
Didn't get your head
I
locked off.
actually,
I
this is
see.
the first trip because usually I do go out and do the excursions and I'll go on a
Right.
zip
You
line.
leave
and
the
do stuff.
resort.
But this time I didn't even leave the resort. It was just like laying out
Just
at
chilling?
the beach, just chilling, sleeping in, drinking Miami Vices, which is a combo of like a daiquiri and pina colada.
You
That's
actually
like their
drank on your
drink.
vacation?
So it was good.
Wow.
But I actually read a book, and it was a John Grisham. They had like a little setup where
They had
like
a rack of books?
They had like basketballs and volleyballs. And they had books, and
Please.
I just grabbed. I grabbed a Grisham book. It was
Right.
called The Litigators. It was like 400 pages, read in 2 days.
So you obviously
Payday
liked it.
Cerner.
Just
When did
chilling
when
there.
did it come out?
I think 2012.
I couldn't read it.
Was it good?
Book.
I guess it was.
Yeah,
I
it
would
was
need it
pretty
to be
good.
fresh. I would need it to be hot
I
off
mean,
the
it was a
presses.
John
like-
Grisham book. What do you think it was about? It was a legal drama.
Well, how come he doesn't make silly movies anymore? What happened?
Well, I don't think he controls
He's
that.
enjoying his money.
Well, he could.
It's not like he made the movie. Somebody's gonna buy his books.
He's worth $500,000.
Turn
You think
into
he
a
could,
screenplay.
You don't think he could? You don't think he could finance that somehow? He's got to be worth $500 million.
He probably is.
Doesn't he have his own like little league field in his backyard or
I
something?
think so.
Who knows? I don't know anything about John Grisham, about his personal life. But I
So-
do know about Brady Quinn, who's joining us now on the Mitsubishi Electric Heating Hotline, former Notre Dame quarterback. You also want to support his Third and Goal Foundation, established by former NFL quarterback Brady Quinn, to make a difference in the lives of our veterans.
Brady, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I don't know about you, but I couldn't sleep much after watching the finish of that game.
I know it's
I couldn't
weird.
either.
My heart was beating.
Tossing
like,
and turning.
Fast.
Isn't it weird? Like Malcolm Butler makes an amazing play, but it just feels like I actually feel like kind of the wrong team won. Like I just feel like the offense should have executed and closed that out.
Yeah, here's the thing. Let's just break down the play in general. Look, should they have ran the football? Yes, in my opinion, because they had a timeout left. Marshawn Lynch had ran for 100 yards. He's one of the best backs in the NFL. You got to give him an opportunity. With 20 seconds left that close down to the goal line, I think if you run the football there, you take your timeout, you still have a chance with 2 more plays if he doesn't get it in, which he probably would have gotten it in. Now, that didn't happen. Obviously, they threw the play they did. But, look, that was the proper play call for that coverage. It was a man-to-man play. Jermaine Curtis comes off the line, sets a pick. And Malcolm Butler just happened to get to the football better. One of the things I actually noticed from watching the replay in slow-mo was when Ricardo Lockett came underneath, what he did was he turned his hands underneath with his palms facing up. What that means is he was going to catch the ball with his body.
Right.
What happens then is that allows that little millisecond, just a little bit more time for Malcolm Butler to get to Lockett and the football. Instead, what Lockett should have done is extended his hands
Snatched
out
it.
to catch the football with his
Right.
hands.
Right.
If he does that, it's incomplete, maybe caught for a touchdown or maybe just caught in short because it was about at the half-yard line. But, look, either way, I mean, the blame shouldn't go on anyone in particular. I know everyone's second-guessing the play call and all that, but Malcolm Butler just made a better play, a more competitive play, something that, Pete Carroll preaches all the time out there in Seattle about competition, everything you do and every play.
Is there a play call during your career either at Notre Dame or in the NFL that haunts you? Like, when you think about
yeah, I would say there definitely are. I mean, there's definitely those times. I remember I can go back to 2009. We were playing the Detroit Lions. We had gone up and we were leading at this point in time. I think we were winning by about 4.
So you were with the Browns then?
I was with the Browns then, and it was a third down, and it was like third and 9 or third and 10, something like that. Well, they had kind of brought an all-out blitz. And one of our wide receivers had a hitch route. Hitch route that typically ran at 6 yards. So I catch, take my one step, deliver the football. He pushes it all the way to the sticks. Now, this guy is a rookie, right? And, that kind of stuff happens, but you're not going to tell him to run a hitch at 10 yards because then your footwork will change, the timing would be different, and I'm probably not able to get the ball off in time because it was an all-out blitz. Well, the problem with that was it stopped the clock. And what that allowed for was it allowed for Matt Stafford to have enough time to actually get the ball to the midfield point. He then threw a Hail Mary, which was incomplete, but we got called for pass interference.
Oh.
That pass interference allowed them one more play. Not only did they score, they scored. They went for 2 after that, and then the 2-point conversion put them ahead for the win with no time left.
Wow.
So, a play like that haunts me to this day because of what ensued after the fact. If we had just taken a sack and run the football, that they never would have had a chance to win that game.
Everyone's talking about Tom Brady, and Tom Brady, obviously a great quarterback. I'm not necessarily willing to say he's the greatest of all time, but clearly he's in the discussion. But I feel like Russell Wilson has been unfairly maligned throughout his career. He's been called a game manager. He's been ridiculed. They say he can't throw from the pocket. I thought he played extremely well yesterday.
He really did. There were some drop balls as well in the game where I think his yardage and his probably completion percentage would have looked a little bit better. And people don't realize how much he affects the game. I mean, he only rushed for about 40 yards, but when he did, it was a big play. He extends plays. He makes it so much tougher on the defense. And even then, defenses have to account for him.
Yeah.
So it changes the way they play. I mean, you can ask any defensive coordinator, any defense, when they face a guy like Russell Wilson, that's the worst nightmare because at any point in time, he can break a play and make a big run or make a big throw. That's devastating. I mean, again, you look at how they got down there. The big catch by Curse that puts them in contention to score and go ahead. All they needed to do really was just run the football in.
What do you think the difference was offensively for New England? Why was Tom Brady able to get the ball out so quick, get the ball out so precise to guys like Edelman and Amendola and Vereen out of the backfield? It looked to me, and I don't know much, but it looked to me like Seattle's defense was a little worn down in the second half, and he was getting a little bit more time to make those decisions.
Yeah, you talked about that worn down in the second half. I think it was really just better adjustments made by the Patriots coaching staff. And when you look at the matchup, the Seattle Seahawks, what they do defensively is very simple. They're the type of guys that line up across from you and say, hey, we're playing man-to-man coverage. All right, we're telling you what you're playing. Come beat us now because we feel like our talent's better than yours. Well, the Patriots then utilized their scheme. In particular, they wanted to pick on Jeremy Lane. Well, Jeremy Lane had an interception in that game, probably a poor throw-and-poor decision by Brady, but what happens is he gets hurt. So who comes in next? Phil Simon, number 27. He was the guy who got picked on a lot. Whenever Edelman was matched up on him, whenever they had him in the slot, he was the guy they tried to utilize, whether it was on Amendola or whoever it was. He was the GOAT. He was the guy they were going to go against whenever they had a one-on-one matchup. They obviously stayed away from Sherman. You could obviously tell they felt like they had a good matchup with Shane Vereen coming out of the backfield. That was forcing Cam Chancellor or whoever had him to try to come out and try to cover him out of the backfield. Cam Chancellor, a lot of times when he rotates down that post-safety coverage, he's still so deep that there's a pretty, about a 10-yard separation between him and the running back that he has to cover. So it made for some easy completions that helped move the chains and all that. So it was just a little bit of dinking and dunking. But again, it was utilizing those matchups and the weak points in the Seattle Seahawks defense, which they don't have much. But again, that Jeremy Lane, that nickelback, or Terrell Simon, who ended up coming and playing for him, ended up being that guy throughout the game. I mean, you saw on the touchdown pass on that little Colorado route, a little slanting out. He really got him twice. Brady missed the first one and got the second one.
Yeah.
Short segment with you. We did play Poison on the end for you, Brady. I don't know that you heard it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's your walk-up.
I didn't, but it's always appreciated. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Brady. Next time we'll get you on for longer. Thank you, buddy.
Sounds good, guys.
Okay.
And people can go to
Brady Quinn.
thirdandgoalfoundation.org to see all the great work he's doing for veterans.
Wow. Well, just a spectacular game. Obviously, the boys will be talking about it all day long. It's one of those decisions. It's one of those plays. It's one of those outcomes that I think is going to be debated for years and years and years. Never going to go away. Never going to go away.
And Drab's never going to have another Super Bowl get-together ever again.
Well, not when his
No,
team's
not on his
playing.
team. He shouldn't.
Yeah. Probably never again.
That was actually stupid. That jinxed it. I mean, you never do that. That's a cardinal sin, and he knows better.
Yeah.
Changing my outfit yesterday. First time I had never worn a Sherman jersey during the playoffs.
Oh, you also did
Oh,
that?
you jinxed it all the way around.
It's all on you.
Yeah, you should have sat in the same chair, ate the same food.
All the 12s are upset with you today,
By the way,
Drab.
I know the NFL is great, and we say it's year long, and there's the combine, and there's the
It's
draft,
true.
and there's
It's
free
true.
agency. But I already missed the NFL.
We got 7
There are no
months.
games.
We got 7 months.
There are no games.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I'm more skins oriented. But I'm ready
All right,
for
well,
the
you
draft.
You got 7 months before the Skins.
No, but I get into the draft. Like, I love
Oh,
the draft.
yeah,
I
of
love the
course.
combine. I'm dumb enough. I'll watch the offensive linemen do their work. For some reason, I get
You
sized.
love the cone drills.
I love the verticals. I love the 40. It's stupid. I love
All
the
right.
corner drills.
Grant and Danny are up next. Keep it here on The Fan.
Listen to 106.7 The Fan on your smartphone by downloading the radio.com app now at the iTunes and Google Play stores.